Well, right now, as you guys can see, as you mentioned, we are on I-95. The road itself is much more passable than it was when we were coming from Delco. But if anyone is thinking of heading out and going somewhere, well, this is what you're going to see. The visibility from our lens of our camera is a bit better than what you would see if you were actually driving. It is much more poor, but in this part right here where we're passing by Center City area coming from South Philly, you can see a little bit more because there's so much light. But if you are in certain parts of the I-95, the visibility is going to be much more poor. Now, when we're talking about how many miles per hour people are going, we've seen people going even between 20 to 30 miles per hour, some of them even with their emergency lights on. Now, it's much more nerve-wracking to be on the road than to just see the screen itself, because there were parts of the I-95 today that we noticed that you couldn't even see where the lanes were dividing because of how much snow was covered. But in this particular part, you can see that it's much more passable. But again, officials don't want you to be driving right now because it's still very dangerous. We actually did see as well someone who lost control of their vehicle. They were fine, they were able to continue, but that did happen because of the snow that was accumulated. We spoke to some residents this evening about the storm in media and what their hopes are. They say that they hope that this snow does not stick the same way that the last snowstorm stuck a few weeks ago. Let's take a listen.
I'm going to stay in. I don't plan to get out. I have no reason, you know, as long as my heater stays on and electricity doesn't go away, I'm pretty well set.
It finally melted and you can see green, and here we go again. I'm not a fan and I'm ready to move to Florida.
Again, back here live on I-95, you can see there's not a lot of people driving. It is very quiet tonight. Traffic is obviously moving because there aren't so many folks out on the road, and that's what officials want. They don't want you to be driving around. It is just way too dangerous. A lot of slush accumulated. We actually have not seen as well too many of the trucks working, but as you can see, it's very passable. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.